Well, hello there, adventure seekers. Where are we seeking our adventure today, you may ask? Well, hopefully you read the description below, or at least the title, and you'll know that we're in...
You make me understand this place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the fullest, to the fullest.
Branson, Missouri, and we have been here for a couple of days, and we are going to show you where we were staying. And where we were staying is the Escapees Turkey Creek RV Park in Hollister, right across the river from Branson. Easy to get to, even with a big rig. Hey, guess what? We're here. They're open all year, according to the sign. Now, if you've never stayed in an Escapees Park, they're really not too bad, and they are, a lot of volunteers are used to keep the prices low. Like, for example, this is $28 for non-members. It's $24 for members, but if you need 50 amp, they charge you an extra $4. You know what, I hate to say this already because we just started this review, but I got a potty. Do you have to potty? No? Do you have to potty? Let's go potty. What is up, guys? Okay, we're in the men's room. You got some urinals. I thought that was a handicap stall, but pretty short. Another stall. Right across the way here, you got showers. What is up, guys? A pretty decent shower. Lots of room. Missed the women's and men's bathroom. Women's right there. Not going in there. Well, I feel refreshed. I hope you do too. All right, straight ahead is the dumpster. And there's also air compressor right there. And there's Talon. Straight ahead is the dump station. Oddly enough, you'd have to come in from the opposite direction. I mean, these are one-way roads. You had to come in the opposite direction to use the dump station. So this site is a mixture of 30 and 50 amp sites. Most of the sites on the outside edges are 50 amp only, and the insides are 30s or 30-50s. Hard to say. This place also has a boat ramp, which is convenient because we're right on the river. And because we are also right on the river, it is subject to flooding. Even flash flooding. There have been a few instances recently where they've had to evacuate. And there's a parker on the other side of the river. They're in the same boat, so it's not just this part.
They're in the same boat.
I didn't realize. I saw what I did there. Each one of these sites has a picnic table. There is Wi-Fi here, but it's pay Wi-Fi, so I have no idea if it's any good or not because I didn't pay for it. I brought my own. Verizon is pretty decent. Got 3 bars of Verizon and 4 bars of AT&T here, and we are like super dark, so I apologize for that, but you're really here for the scenery out front the window here.
And fishing. Campers only.
Over here on the right is dry camping area, where you see a lot of vehicles parked here, but this is also a dry camping area too. The sites here are mostly not level. The site they gave us, okay, again, for those of you who don't know, we have a 36-foot Tiffin open road gasser, Class A RV. Oh, dog park straight ahead. We'll talk more about that in a second too. And the friends that are with us have a 40-foot Class A motorhome. Now, while the motorhomes fit in these sites, the problem is the sites weren't designed from a leveling perspective to really accommodate more than maybe a, I don't know, about a 30-foot RV. So anything longer than that is a dip, a drop. So you're going to fall. When the site they tried to give us, we tried to get in there. I put the front tires on on about 3.5 inches of blocks, and it raised the front tires. Auto leveling did raise the front tires another 3 inches off
Here's a good
the
example.
ground. Yeah, here's a good example here on the right. And it's just, again, for a shorter rig, you're fine, but if you have anything longer than 30 feet, you may run into some difficulties getting level. So just something to keep in mind. Oh, and one nice thing too about this park, they are almost militant, I would say, about picking up after your pet. If you are caught in the dog park, for instance, not cleaning up after your pet, you've lost your dog park privileges. Period. And if you're caught not picking up outside the dog park, you're going to be asked to leave. I like that. I really do. Lots of shade trees here too, which is pretty nice. No open flame wood fires. You can have gas fire pits or grills. The picnic tables are wooden, and they're nice. So just some things to keep in mind if you come here. Overall, nice park. And you can't beat the location. And again, $24 for members for 30 amps, or $28 for members for 50 amps. So for non-members, it's $28, but if they want 50 amp, it's $32 per night. And a common misconception that people have is to stay in these parks, you have to be an Escapees member and volunteer for whatever, landscaping or whatever. And that's just not the case. You don't have to be an Escapees member, and you don't have to volunteer to
Well,
do
to
any
be
cleaning.
an Escapees member, you don't have to volunteer.
Right.
You
that
can
too.
just be an Escapees member. That was the misconception.
Okay.
That
Yeah. And just an Escapees member.
But they love their volunteers.
Yeah. It's the lifeblood. It really is, because that's how they keep the prices down. So, have you ever stayed here at Escapees Turkey Creek? This is actually our second time here. And we spent a total of 4 nights and in 2 different stays. So we're hoping to come
5
back.
nights.
Yeah, we're hoping to come back in November for Veterans Day weekend and staying longer. If you are a veteran, not necessarily a retiree, but just a military veteran, Branson probably loves you more than anybody else. They go way out of their way year round, really, to show their support and love for veterans. And on Veterans Day week, I'll say week, not just weekend, on Veterans Day week, there are tons and tons of freebies and discounted shows. I mean, like a legal size piece of paper, front and back, filled with all the different shows. And most of them are free for the military member, veteran, and their spouse. Or free for the veteran and maybe like half off for the spouse. So either way, a great deal. So I highly encourage the veteran community to come check this place out, especially that week. So if
Now
you
all the veterans will be here. We
Right.
won't have a place to be.
True. So
But that's okay.
forget what I said. No, I'm just kidding. So, have you stayed anywhere else in Branson? I know there's a few other RV parks. We hadn't had a chance to check any of those out on this trip. But if you have, let us know in the comments below what your favorite RV park is in Branson. And if you have any questions about this RV park or Branson in general, drop us a note in the comments as well. We'd love to do our best to answer your questions. And sad to say, right now we are actually leaving, but
We'll be back.
we'll be back for sure. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell so you can be an adventure seeker with us. And if you'd like to help us help small local veterans charities all over the country, consider becoming a YouTube member or Patreon member, or buy some of our swag, and links to all that stuff is in the description below as well. And also the link to this RV park is in the description below as well. So thank you guys so much for watching.
And make your next journey an epic adventure.
Epic. Bye.
See ya.